Welcome everyone to this Essential Oils 101 class. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Garvin, and I'm excited to get to introduce essential oils to you. Tonight we'll be learning a lot about oils and how you can use them in your home as a natural solution. And I'd love to just share a little about how I got introduced to essential oils and let you know that this will really be a very basic introduction. I don't want to overwhelm anyone. I just want to introduce you to the idea of using essential oils and getting started with essential oils in your life and in your home and for yourself and your loved ones. So we won't go into a lot of depth, and we will be exploring some different ways you can use oils and some of our top oils. But there is a lot more that you can learn. And at the end, I'll tell you how you can continue to learn more if you are interested in continuing your education with essential oils. So for me personally, I got introduced to dōTERRA and started using essential oils in December of 2012. And I had used a couple of essential oils previously, just for minor skin irritations and things that I knew about essential oils, which were really very limited. And I had just purchased a few at a health food store, and I thought all essential oils were the same. And then I saw my childhood best friend back in Montana, where I'm from originally, starting to post some things that caught my attention and really piqued my interest in essential oils. So I contacted her, and I thought I'd buy a couple of essential oils from her to try to see if they were any different from the ones I had used from the health food store. And she began asking me questions about how I would use them and what I might use them for. And at that time, I was already very interested in natural solutions and using herbs and other alternative things that take care of health in our home. So I felt like essential oils was really what had been missing from my natural health regimen in my home. So I was very excited, decided instead of just getting a couple of oils, I would get a kit and really give them a chance and have some things at my fingertips to use as needed with my family. So I've been married for 18 years, and we have 3 boys, and they are 6, 8, and 10 years old now. Just had one who turned 8, so his birthday was at my forefront of my mind. But at the time, a few years back, I really wanted some things on hand for anything that might come up with the boys. I didn't really know if I needed essential oils all that much for myself, but I thought they'd be nice to have around in case we did need them. And I knew that I had some things that I was thinking of specifically for my family members. For me personally, it was when I began using some oils and products for hormonal balance that I saw a big difference in myself, and I realized just how much I needed them. And I hadn't realized that before. And my husband even said, whatever you've been doing the last few months, don't stop doing that because it's made a difference. And I realized, I do feel more even keeled. And some of my symptoms that usually come once a month have been decreased. And I can tell physically and emotionally that I do feel better, and I've regained some balance in that area. So it was originally for my children that I got involved, but I soon learned that I needed the oils just as much as anyone else in my household. So this is what dōTERRA calls our wellness pyramid. And this is really at the heart of all of our products and all that we do. We love to teach people that using essential oils is a part of a healthy lifestyle. And dōTERRA does offer products to meet these different needs, to help us to eat right, to help us with our exercise, to help us rest and manage stress, and to help us reduce the toxic load in our lives. And we also have informed self-care with a lot of great resources that can help us to know how to use essential oils and some of our supplements that we need when we need it. And then we have proactive medical care at the top. So we are certainly not against Western medicine or doctors. We know we need them. We're very thankful that we have that resource. However, most of the time in our society here in the US, this is flipped upside down, and we often go to proactive medical care first. So what we love to teach people is that if you take care of the lifestyle items below the dashed line, that you will have a much better chance at not necessarily needing those healthcare things above the dashed line. And that's what I wanted for my family. Again, not against Western medicine, and I'm not a doctor, but I did want to be able to take care of things at home. I wanted to be able to take care of my family and not have to necessarily rely on even informed self-care, because we were working on prevention. We were working on doing the things that would help us be healthier. And that's where essential oils really fit in. They're not a Band-Aid. They can help with symptoms of a lot of different things, but we don't like to think of them as just a Band-Aid. We like to think of them as being part of what can bring our bodies back into balance and restore that balance to our lives and our health. Because when we have optimal balance in our bodies can do what they're designed to do, which is to actually heal themselves. And that's the goal. So we have so many different great products, but we're going to stick mainly to talking about essential oils and some of our top supplements and some of our top oils as well. So my goal really is to share essential oils with as many people as I can, get these wonderful gifts of the earth into people's homes as a natural solution to have at your fingertips too. And some people, when they attend a class, whether it's live or online, want to get started with oils right away. If that's you, I'm going to tell you at the end how you can do that and get your oils within a week. Some of you may need some time to research and think about it. If that's you, I want to assure you that I understand, because I'm a researcher at heart. I was a journalist before I had children, and I love to research. So I needed a little bit more time, and I needed someone to help answer questions. And I or someone on my team will be happy to answer the questions that you may still have after this class. And then sometimes, once in a while, someone comes to a class and they just end up thinking, she is just a crazy hippie. And that's okay. I just want people to learn, have fun. It's truly an educational class and not a sales party. And I hope that when people attend live classes, they go home smelling great, feeling great, but not smelling like a hippie. I usually don't break out the patchouli at the very first introductory class. All right, so I do want you to get this picture that my dear friend Tanya shared with me, because she says, and I say now too, that essential oils are our first line of defense. And I have 3 boys. We have a lot of Legos in our life, or I should say Lego bricks in our life. And so those essential oils represent there that we use them as our first line of defense. And that's what I love to help people do with this basic 101 class, because the scope of what essential oils can do for us is so vast that we can't cover a lot of it. And also, again, I don't want to, because I don't want to overwhelm anyone. So we're going to talk about our top oils and some stories and testimonials as we go along. I could keep you here for hours just sharing stories and testimonials. So I'll try not to do that, but I will definitely try to share a few that I can. And you can hear more of those and get plugged into our Facebook groups and our live classes, depending on where you live, and learn even more about how to use essential oils for your specific needs. We do want to stick around for those who can after the recording is over. If you have some questions, I'd love to take those after I record the class. So the oils are truly a gift of the earth. We have them to empower our family, and I hope that you will consider taking the opportunity to bring them into your life as well. So let's talk about what essential oils are. They are nature's defense mechanism for plants and cells. It is literally how the plant defends itself. And you can see in this picture that this is actually a peppermint leaf under a microscope. And those white sacs are where the essential oils are stored. So that helps the peppermint leaf specifically to ward off certain types of pests and predators and to keep itself healthy. And because we're bioidentical, or we have a lot of similarities in our chemical makeup, the plants and their properties can work very similarly in our bodies to how they work in the plant world. Essential oils are found in the seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plant. So in the peppermint, it happens to be in the leaf, but it can be from all different parts of the plant, depending on each plant. And they're natural aromatic compounds. So if you've ever crushed a peppermint leaf between your fingers and you smell that wonderful, refreshing, minty smell, then you have actually broken open those essential oil sacs and you're smelling the essential oils. Essential oils are highly concentrated, 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And that really caught my attention because I'd been using herbs for years, sometimes with some good effects, often with minimal effects, and often finding that we had to use a lot of the herbal substances to get the desired effect. So we do still use herbs, and doTERRA uses herbs in many of our supplements. But the essential oils, the point is they're a lot more concentrated and more powerful. And one example of that is that 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to about 28 cups of peppermint tea. So I don't know about you, but for me, with my 3 boys, it is a lot easier to rub a drop of peppermint oil on their tummies when they are having some digestive discomfort than it would be for me to get them to drink 28 cups of peppermint tea. So I love that I have something right at my fingertips, and it's really pennies per drop. It's actually saving me money, saving me time, and helping bring relief quickly. So let's look at peppermint. If you haven't had the opportunity to try and to smell peppermint, I encourage you to get your hands on some doTERRA peppermint, however you can. If someone invited you to watch this class and to listen in, maybe ask if you could sample their peppermint. If you live close by, or maybe they could send you a sample of peppermint. Or maybe you'll just decide to get your own kit, and that's what I did, sight unseen. I'd never tried samples. I just said I'm ready. After learning about these powerful oils, I decided to jump in and just get my own. And some of the things that peppermint does, it promotes healthy respiratory function and clear breathing. So it's great for the respiratory system. It promotes digestive health as well. And you can diffuse it or smell it when you are feeling fatigued or low on energy. It is an energizing, rejuvenating oil, and it is great for mental energy and stamina. And something else not listed here, peppermint is great at helping to regulate healthy body temperatures. So if you're hot on a hot summer day, for example, you can have a body spray ready with peppermint, maybe some lavender also. They go well together. Spray that on and it will help cool you off. If you have an opportunity to try a drop of peppermint now, you can put it in your hand, rub it between your hands, and put some on the back of your neck. And in about 2 to 3 minutes, you'll feel the coolness. You'll feel a little chill even. So you can see how it can help bring your body temperature down if it's elevated. So these are some of the great things that peppermint can do. And oftentimes people will say, well, how can it do so many different things? Those don't all seem related. It doesn't make a lot of sense. So unlike synthetic substances, essential oils can potentially have hundreds of different compounds. And our bodies are really smart. They know how to use which compounds when they need them. So, and also looking at us holistically, often when we have a respiratory discomfort or digestive discomfort, the cause is related. There's a root cause that's bringing those things about. So we can look at it from that perspective, but also just knowing that there are active compounds, not just one active ingredient, but many active compounds in the oils, and our bodies can use those ones that it needs the most in the moment. We do get our oils from all over the world, and peppermint happens to be sourced from here in the US in Washington State. So why are essential oils effective? Well, they work at the cellular level, so they actually help protect and nourish the cells, which is a really neat fact about essential oils, and really amazing, because just putting a drop of essential oil on your skin, studies have shown it can get into your bloodstream within 30 seconds and affect every cell in your body within 30 minutes. And most essential oils actually metabolize out of your body in those 30 minutes. Some are a little slower, so it could be up to an hour or 2 at the very most, but they do not build up. You don't build up tolerance to them. They don't build up in your liver. You don't have to worry about overdosing or taking too much at one time. Although, of course, we wouldn't want you drinking a half of a bottle of essential oil. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't have to worry about, well, I used 1 or 2 drops. How many hours do I have to wait till I can use it again? Because, again, they do metabolize out of our body. Our body knows how to use them because they're completely natural. So our bodies know how to use them very effectively and efficiently without any leftover waste or buildup. Essential oils are nutrients that penetrate the cell membranes. That is also a really cool fact. because synthetic substances cannot penetrate the cell membrane that is designed to protect the cell. But because essential oils are all natural and from plants, they are also lipophilic, which means fat-loving. They can actually pass through that protective membrane and help the cell be healthier from the inside. So they have a unique chemical structure which allows them to pass directly through the skin for immediate systemic response when applied topically. And we'll talk a little bit more about the different ways to use essential oils. Obviously, topically is a big one. So let's talk about another oil, Melaleuca. You may know it as tea tree oil. That's its common name. Melaleuca is the scientific name. It comes from Australia. You can add it to shampoo. You can add it right to the shampoo in your hand, or you could add it to a bottle of shampoo. It's very nourishing for the scalp. It is also renowned for its cleansing and rejuvenating effects on the skin. So it is great to use for all types of skin discomfort and needs related to the skin. It's also, because of its cleansing properties, great to use in the home for cleaning. And it protects against environmental and seasonal threats. So at different times of the year when there are different types of threats affecting you, Melaleuca is great at helping to support your body and ward those off and help your body to fight back. So now let's talk about the 3 ways to use essential oils. You will see this A, T, and I throughout much of the literature and on the website, things that dōTERRA publishes. So you'll know which of the 3 ways is this essential oil designed to be used, aromatically, topically, or internally. Aromatically, you can inhale directly from the bottle or use a diffuser. I love to diffuse oils because it gives you an effect for hours. And even after the diffuser is turned off, those particles can suspend in the air, and you can get effects from the oils for hours after the diffuser is turned off. Whereas if you just open up the bottle and smell it, you get an effect, but it's temporary. It's often short-lived, and sometimes that's all you need. Just a quick inhalation of something like peppermint give you that extra little pep in your step, and you're fine, you're good to go. But often we want to diffuse for hours, maybe for helping us to rest and sleep better at night, or to support immune systems all throughout the day. I homeschool, so often we will diffuse oils for concentration and focus throughout the day while we're doing school. So you can change up what you're diffusing throughout the day. And there are a lot of different ways to diffuse through jewelry. A lot of people have diffuser necklaces or bracelets. I've seen people just take a cotton ball and put a drop of oil on it and then close that up in a little container and open the container throughout the day and just smell it when they need to. I've seen people tape that cotton ball onto a vent in their car or onto a fan in their home and then push the air through so that they're getting some of that smell. I will say if you are heating the oils, you're most likely destroying some of their properties, and diffusing is definitely going to be the most effective way to break down those particles and suspend them in the air so you're getting the most benefit. What you breathe also affects your mood, so that is important to know. The science and research is showing that more and more all the time, and we know that from some experiences, maybe grandma's baking bread or cookies or something, and then you smell those types of cookies or breads later in life, and it always reminds you of your grandma, right? That type of experience that you have with smell and that emotional connection. While scientists are discovering more and more that what we breathe in does affect our mood, it goes into the brain and has some dramatic effects. Another benefit of using oils aromatically is that you can clean the air through diffusing. So you need to clean the air in your home, or maybe even you're dealing with a bad odor that you want to get rid of naturally instead of using something synthetic or a chemical. And this also supports breathing. So a lot of people love to diffuse throughout the night so they can breathe more clearly and then therefore sleep more restfully. So Breathe is a great one to diffuse. And Breathe does come in some other products as well. Breathe is a blend of different oils. So dōTERRA does have some proprietary blends that are meant for specific body systems and supporting needs in that area. For this one, particularly the respiratory system. And then we have the single oils like the peppermint, the melaleuca. So you'll see the differences there. Some are named after plants and some have these proprietary names like Breathe that let you know it's a blend. And dōTERRA has done the research and the work to know exactly the right amounts of the oils to blend together for the most and the best effect for our bodies. So Breathe promotes feelings of easy breathing. You can diffuse it at night for healthy, restful breathing. You can apply 2 to 3 drops on the chest and the bottoms of the feet as needed for the soothing sensation. And it's also something that comes in Breathe drops, so like a lozenge that you could use. Also a stick, so a vapor stick, which is a non-petroleum-based roll-up stick that you can apply to the chest, the feet. You can smell it. So those are a couple of the products that come in the Breathe oil or with the Breathe oil already built in that are very effective for supporting respiratory needs. And I'm going to go back to this concept of diffusing to affect the brain. So through the nose, we do have direct access to the brain through the olfactory system and into the limbic system. And it is very powerful how it affects the amygdala, the hippocampus, the thalamus. These are areas where we store long-term memories, short-term memories, emotions, and moods. And it does even affect different body systems and regulation of different areas of the body. For example, even hormones and adrenaline and various things to do with our circulatory system, our nervous system. So the science is unveiling more about this all the time. But I think a lot of us have known for many years, and so did our grandmothers and even farther back, and our grandparents. They knew that what we smelled had an effect. And now we're seeing with therapeutic grade essential oils that when you smell them, you can affect moods and emotions and even other areas of bodily function in very profound and beneficial ways. And that is really a whole separate class. We do have a moods and emotions class that we'll be featuring soon. So you can keep tuned into that and stay tuned for that if you're interested in learning more about that. Some of our favorite oils for supporting moods and emotions are these 4 oils called Elevation, Balance, Citrus Bliss, and Serenity. So I encourage you to check out these blends, try them, smell them. I love to pass them around in a room with live people attending a class because usually 1 or 2 really draw people. They're drawn to 1 or 2 specific oils. For me, it was Balance, and I actually had never smelled it. But I decided that I needed balance in my life, and I loved the name and I loved the color. I've always been drawn to greens and purples. So I decided to order it with my very first order, and I did not regret it. It is woodsy. All of the oils in it come from trees. It's called the grounding blend, and it is my grounding oil when I need it. When I am dealing with maybe some stress and high emotions, Balance can kind of bring me back down to earth and ground me. So I love that one. Serenity is, you'll smell the lavender and chamomile, and a lot of people really love it. It's sweet kind of smelling. A lot of people actually mix it with Balance to help with anxious feelings, to help with sleeping better, to quieting the mind and helping bring about sleep. Serenity is a beautiful oil. Citrus Bliss is also the invigorating blend, is the other name for it. So Serenity is the calming blend, Balance is the grounding blend, and Citrus Bliss is the invigorating blend. And that is really great to diffuse for some invigoration when you need some motivation. And then Elevation is a great oil. It's called the joyful blend. So for feelings of sadness, and a lot of people also do find for invigoration and motivation. So there's some crossover with these, and they could have different effects for different people because each of us has a different chemical makeup and we have different needs in our bodies at different times. And I've seen often where one oil really draws someone 1 month or 1 year, and then the next month or the next year, it might be a different one that they are drawn to. So we now actually have a whole emotional aromatherapy kit that has a wider variety of oils to use for moods and emotions. These 4 are a great place to start though. And again, if you're interested in learning more about other oils for moods and emotions, stay tuned for our class on that topic. So topically is the second way to use essential oils. It is extremely powerful. 1 drop of essential oil can service every cell in your body, as I already mentioned, from the bottom of your feet. It can nourish your bloodstream within 30 seconds. And you can apply oils to your feet, your ears, behind your ears, on your chest, on the back of your neck, to your head, just really wherever you have a troubled area. So you can use some common sense on that if your stomach is upset. Often we just apply Digest-Zen to our stomachs directly, and that's all we need. We don't even need to take it internally or need to do anything else. It calms and settles our stomach issues. So you can think of it like that. If you're, if something in particular is having some discomfort, apply it to that area. You can also apply to the bottoms of the feet if it's something systemic or you're just not sure where you need the oil most, because again, it can get into your bloodstream and do what it knows to do best and get throughout your body, and your body knows how to use it best. There are also some reflexology charts out there that you could use if you want to pinpoint specific nerve endings and massage an essential oil into that particular place on your ears, hands, or feet. Those can be really helpful for topical application. For any sensitivity, dilute with fractionated coconut oil. This is the carrier oil that dōTERRA carries. And we call it carrier because it does carry the oil deeper into your system, into your skin, into your tissue. It can help drive that in deeper, and it also helps you to spread it over a larger area. So it's really never wrong to dilute an essential oil. You may find there's some that you prefer applied neat, which means without diluting. But again, if you're confused about dilution, just remember it's never wrong to dilute, and diluting doesn't actually change the effectiveness of the oil. It just stretches it, makes it go farther, helps you to spread it over a larger area. And there are some oils that have to be diluted for topical application because they are hot. Oregano and cinnamon are a couple of examples of that. And then for some people, even peppermint, which most people have no problem applying neat in a class, but once in a while, I'll have someone who gets a little bit of skin irritation. It doesn't mean it's necessarily a reaction or anything like that. It's just that their skin is having a more difficult time absorbing the very potent nutrients in the essential oil than maybe the average person does. So I like to give a little coconut oil with the peppermint when I'm passing it around, just in case someone has sensitive skin. We always dilute for children, for pregnant women, for small animals. You can use essential oils for pets. We often use them like we would with small children as far as diluting well, and we have some dilution rates and charts and things that can help you to know how much to dilute. There are some great recipes out there as well. I just caution people when looking things up on the internet to make sure it's a reliable source. You can find anything to support anything that you want on the internet, and there are recipes for a lot of different things, but I really like dōTERRA's blog, dōTERRA's Living magazine. Those are recipes I feel I can trust, and I have some other sources and resources that I feel are trustworthy that I use as well for figuring out different ratios. But I'm not a chemist, so I like that the essential oil blends dōTERRA offers are perfectly blended for most of our needs. And then some I know can go really well together, and I'm not going to create a problem, or I'm not going to dilute the effectiveness of mixing different oils together. But I like to use dōTERRA's blends when I can, and we do dilute. dōTERRA also has a whole line of pre-diluted essential oils called the Touch line, and those come in roller ball bottles. So it's a 9 milliliter bottle with a little roller on top, so I can roll it directly on the bottoms of my kids' feet, down their spines, and I know it's already diluted. And some children may still have a little sensitivity because, again, no two people are exactly the same in this. So for me, it's my middle child. He always has a little bit more sensitivity on his skin, and I have to add a little extra coconut oil for him, whereas the other two don't need that. The Touch line is diluted perfectly for what their bodies need and can handle. So again, you may have to do a little experimenting with that, but it is not difficult. Don't let it scare you off. We can definitely help you know how and when to dilute and how much to dilute. And it's not always an exact science. It's somewhat of an art. There is science and there's clinical studies and all kinds of things to back up the effectiveness of the essential oils. but it's an art in that each person's chemistry is different and your needs may be different from someone else's. A great one to use for topical needs is Deep Blue. This comes in the oil, a 5 milliliter bottle. It comes in a roller. It also comes in the touch line, which is not pictured, so that's a diluted roller. And then the Deep Blue Rub, which is my personal favorite, the cream form, which has the 5 milliliter bottle of Deep Blue oil included in the 4-ounce bottle. And there is actually now a 1 liter size pump bottle of the Deep Blue Rub as well, which is a great cost savings if this is something that you use regularly and need. So you can apply it to muscles and joints, apply before and after exercise, use it for deep tissue massage. It's very soothing. This is a wonderful blend, really for any orthopedic support needs. And we love it for multiple reasons. We use it for growing pains with our children. We use it before and after exercise or heavy lifting or strain or anything like that that we need support for after experiencing for our bodies. So I love the smell. It will remind you potentially of some other products out on the market, but keep in mind that most of those are completely synthetic. And because this is completely natural and 100% straight from the plants, you're going to have a much better effect without the potential issues that can arise with using synthetic products. The third way to use the oils is internally. So you can just add it to water. Lemon, wild orange, grapefruit taste wonderful in water. You can also drop many of the oils directly under the tongue, or you can put them in a veggie cap, in a capsule. So you could put a few drops in a capsule and swallow it like a regular pill. If it's something you don't like the taste of or something that might be potentially hot, you could do it that way. And the company does actually sell several of the most popular oils to take internally in gel caps, because if you're making your own capsules, you do have to take that right away. You can't let it sit. It will actually dissolve the capsule. So if you want something you can travel with, you'll want the gel caps, or if you want something on hand just for as needed when you're out and about, you can do it that way. And remember also, if you're adding it to water, please use a glass or stainless steel. The oils will break down petrochemicals. So if you put them in plastic or styrofoam, you are actually leaching chemicals from the container into your water. And potentially you could also end up with a hole in your container, especially if it's a very thin plastic or a styrofoam. So if you want to do a cool science experiment and show your kids how oils can dissolve petrochemicals, just put a drop of lemon on a styrofoam plate and have them time how long it takes for that lemon to completely eat a hole through the styrofoam. It'll probably be the quietest 2 to 3 minutes of your day. So using oils internally will nourish the whole body, including the digestive system, the mouth, the throat, liver, your genital, GI tract, depending on your body's needs. And sometimes people will be concerned, well, if the oils break down petrochemicals, is it potentially doing something harmful to the inside of me? So just keep in mind that you are organic, you're not synthetic, and you may have some synthetic compounds floating around in you that need to be flushed out. The essential oils can help do that, help break those down and help flush those out. But it's not doing anything harmful as far as any of the research has shown to the inside of your body if you're using it as recommended, which would just be a couple of drops at a time for the most part. So the research and studies are actually showing that it strengthens the mucus lining around the stomach, for example, which there had been speculation about whether it could damage the mucus lining. So it's exciting to see research confirming how safe and effective it is to use essential oils internally. On Guard is one that's often used internally for its benefits to the immune system. It's called the Protective Blend. This is one of my favorites. It has some great oils with high antioxidant levels, but it reminds me of fall, and I smell it and that's what I think of. So you can diffuse it for cleansing the air. You can add 2 to 3 drops in a veggie cap for a quick immune boost, or it does come in the soft gel capsule, You can support your body's natural antioxidant defenses with On Guard. And coming to the end of summer, starting to think about fall and winter, you definitely want to have On Guard on hand. And these are some of the other products that On Guard comes in, because it is our most popular essential oil blend, and people love how well it works at effectively boosting the immune system. We have toothpaste, household cleaner, hand wash, we have laundry detergent, throat drops, little beadlets that have a third of a drop of oil in them. You can pop those open in your mouth or just swallow them. And then, of course, the oil and the soft gels. We use and love all of these products in our home. So something else that makes doTERRA really unique is our co-impact sourcing. And doTERRA really at the heart of who the company is. They want to see everyone benefiting from essential oils. And they want to do that while keeping in mind that we must take care of people, we must take care of the plants, and then we must produce the absolute best product that we can. So the high standards that doTERRA holds are really at the heart of the company. It's what they founded the company on, was keeping these three things in mind to produce the highest quality essential oils in the world and to give us the best product without harming plants and environments. So they're farming sustainably and responsibly and without harming people. So no slave labor is used to produce our essential oils. And in fact, doTERRA goes above and beyond paying a fair, decent, on-time wage, which they do. But they go beyond that and really help the workers have a higher quality of life. doTERRA's founders don't want anyone who is raising the plants for our essential oils not to have the same quality of life that they would want for their own families here in the US. So they take great pride and great care of the people's environments, their villages. They've built schools, they've drilled water wells, they've come in and done disaster relief after earthquakes and other disasters. So always looking for ways to support the farmers and their communities in the places where our essential oils are grown. And truly what this has created is a situation where all the best farmers want to work for doTERRA. They want to raise their standards. They want to grow organically. They want to harvest at the peak time instead of harvesting early like they used to have to do because they needed their money. They would harvest early. So there is great care taken in knowing how to farm the plants best, where they grow best, and how to harvest them at the best time and in the best way to get the purest essential oil with the most therapeutic effects. doTERRA takes all of this into consideration. And we have about 80% of our essential oils that are grown exclusively for doTERRA. And that number is actually increasing over time as we're able to increase our exclusive contracts with farmers all over the world for the essential oils, so that no one else can say they have the exact essential oil that doTERRA offers. It is unique to doTERRA. An example of this and why it's important is lavender. When I first smelled lavender, I was blown away. I expected it to smell super sweet and floral. You can definitely recognize the smell of lavender when you open the bottle, but it smells much more earthy. And I knew immediately that that was the first time I had smelled real lavender oil in my life when I opened up my bottle of lavender from doTERRA. And our lavender is sourced specifically from the Alps. And again, at a certain elevation above 4,000 feet, you're going to have different species of lavender that can grow. And they're going to have different properties than what I could grow in my backyard or what you could grow in your backyard. So we can grow something that smells nice. That does not mean it has therapeutic properties that really benefit the body in the ways that we want therapeutic essential oils to do that. So lavender is widely used for its calming and relaxing qualities. You've probably heard that and even experienced it before. It does also soothe occasional skin irritations. It reduces anxious feelings and feelings of tension and promotes peaceful sleep. We call lavender the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because it has a wide array of uses not listed here, and people are always finding new ways that it benefits their bodies. So there are different grades of essential oil. You'll see most of them are synthetic, and that might be in your air freshener or a perfume. There's also food grade, so you may have cinnamon toothpaste or peppermint gum, and that again is synthetic. And then we have the therapeutic grade, which is sold in health food stores for the most part. That's what I had previously had experience with before discovering doTERRA. And people often have some great benefits and testimonials from using the oils that are therapeutic grade. However, there's a lack of consistency. There's a lack of testing to ensure that you're getting the same oil each time and the same properties in those oils. to ensure that you'll have consistent results, to ensure that you're getting truly pure essential oil. Because there's a lack of regulation in the industry, anyone can put 100% pure on a label, and they don't have to back that up with any studies or proof. So that wasn't okay with doTERRA's founders. When they founded doTERRA 8 years ago, they decided that doTERRA's oils would be certified pure therapeutic grade. So that would represent the highest standard in the world. Multiple third-party testing goes into this, and we make sure that the oils are going to have the same compounds and constituents and chemically be the therapeutic grade, but they're also certified pure by third parties. And then they're tested multiple times. They're often tested on site where they're being distilled, depending on the distillation location and method. They're being then tested by a neutral third party. And then if they pass those tests, they're passed on to doTERRA. And doTERRA tests them again with multiple different types of tests to ensure purity, to ensure that they're free of contaminants, pesticides, any harmful substances, anything other than the pure essential oil that we want to be in that bottle. And then again, as they're bottling in a very sanitary location, but they want to make sure there's no contaminants passed through the bottling process. So they will pull bottles from each batch as it's being loaded into the bottles. And I've seen the machinery and the place where they do this in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's really impressive, but they will pull some from each batch to make sure there are no contaminants that are passing into the oils through the bottling process. So the oils are tested many times to ensure that you're getting something that's safe for you and your whole family. And that's something I really appreciate with 3 children that I use my essential oils on daily. I want to know that it's safe and that it's pure and that I can trust the standard to be the same every time. Frankincense is one of my very favorite oils. And this one is difficult to source. It comes from an area of the world that's not easy to get into, Oman and Somalia. And the oil itself is not easy to extract. So it's a really precious oil. It supports healthy cellular function. So just imagine anything related to healthy cells. Frankincense can support that. Also for your nervous system, frankincense supports the nervous system amazingly. You can use it topically to beautify the skin. People have been doing that literally for centuries as a beauty treatment for the skin. It also is a wonderful mood balancer. And we say, when in doubt, use frankincense. So I do use this oil every single day. I actually put it under my tongue. And when I first smelled it, I didn't know if I'd ever be able to do that. I didn't love the smell, and I wanted to love the smell because it's, the oil that is represented by baby Jesus and frankincense and myrrh, right? And so I wanted to love it. And I've grown to love it. I even have grown to love the taste of it because I see the effects it has on my immune system and on my mood. And I know the benefits it has for my cells. And under the tongue is a quick way to get it directly into the bloodstream. And we use it multiple other ways, mainly topically and internally, but also diffused with other oils. It's beautiful. So I've grown to really love this oil for what it does for my body. So these are just some of the places where we do source our oils, and sometimes they change depending on the supply and demand. We may find a new location for sourcing an oil because, again, we're not going to cut down a rainforest to get an essential oil. So we're going to go where it grows naturally and grows best. And if we run out of farm space in that area, or farmers who are already growing that oil, that plant, I should say, then we may find another area. It may be nearby. It may be even on a different continent. Different plants grow extremely well in different places. So a lot of these are where the plants are native or indigenous, but some of them too are just where they grow really, really well. The properties are perfect in the climate and the soil for getting the very best quality essential oil. So you can see it's all over the world. About 3/4 of our sources are in underdeveloped or third world countries. So that's huge, and that, again, is why co-impact sourcing is so important. We are creating thousands of jobs all over the world, and these people are getting a fair wage and beyond because they're working with doTERRA. So we're really improving lives through the oils, helping people with their health, but also improving lives through all of these jobs that are created and taking care of the plants as well, all over the world. So I'm going to switch gears here and tell you about our number one supplement pack. Our number one selling product actually is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So this is a 3-pack of 3 different supplements. And these are really important for cellular health, for our brain and cardiovascular health, for getting the proper nutrients into our bodies that we need. And this is something I was doing before doTERRA. I was supplementing, but I can tell you I had a lot more bottles and was spending a lot more money. But I have been a big believer in supplementing for quite a while because I know that our soil is devoid of many of the minerals that we used to have. I know that even if we try, we can't get all the vitamins and nutrients we need to from our food. And actually, even here in the US, we have many vitamin deficiencies throughout our common diet. So I've been a believer in supplementing and in vitamins for many years, but doTERRAs are by far the best that I've used, and I've seen the most difference with using them for myself and for my family members who have tried them as well. So what they do for us is provide 22 essential vitamins and minerals to support normal growth, function, and maintenance of our cells. So again, down to the cellular level. They promote healthy cardiovascular, nervous, and immune system functions. LLV protects against oxidation and supports healthy function of the brain, eyes, and nervous system. And they include in the Z Omega 9 different essential oils. So I really love that they have figured out the amount of essential oil and the different essential oils that are most beneficial to take on a daily basis. And then we can add to that if we need to for different health needs. But they include frankincense, thyme, cumin, orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, German chamomile, and clove right in the vitamins. So you give a 30-day supply, and they have a money-back guarantee as well. So 30-day money-back guarantee. And this is a product that even if you order it and use it for 30 days and use up all of it, you can send back empty bottles and still get your money back. That's how much the company stands behind the products and the formulations of our Lifelong Vitality Pack. So it's something that people see a huge difference within just a few days. Maybe they are sleeping better. Maybe they are having less discomfort in their joints or other areas of their body. Maybe they're seeing an increase in their energy. That's a really common side benefit. We say instead of side effect, it's a side benefit. Along with just getting your body the nutrients that it needs. You have some great testimonials out there on how people are feeling better taking these. And this goes back to this pyramid where we are eating right and exercising, resting, managing stress, and reducing toxins in our lives. So you can see how the essential oils help us to do that, but also how that 3-pack of vitamins helps us to do that as well, to be our best. To really give our bodies the tools they need, the nutrients that we need for the essential oils to be even that much more effective. And if you're looking to reduce toxins in your personal care products, your cleaning products, doTERRA has answers for that. We have skincare, shampoo, cleaning products. There are great recipes. Even though doTERRA sells those products, they also provide recipes. If you're the type of person who wants to make that yourself, then great, you can do that, and you can add essential oils in to get even more benefits from your homemade products. So you're reducing toxins. We have oils for resting better and managing our stress. And we have oils that can help support us in giving us energy to exercise and also supporting our bodies as they recover from exercise. And then we have the nutrients in the Lifelong Vitality Pack to help us get what we need. And then we have the motivation to eat right as well. And some of the products that we have can actually curb your appetite, balance your blood sugar, and help tremendously in a weight loss goal in those ways. So I'd love for you to take just a minute and think about your top 3 health goals. If you're watching this via recording later, you could pause right here and grab a piece of paper and write down your top 3 health goals or concerns. And maybe you don't have any major concerns right now, but you could write things you want to prevent, or you might have some concerns for someone else that you love, someone near and dear to you. It may not be for yourself, but I encourage you to narrow it down to 3, and that will help it to be, again, less overwhelming, because really there is an oil for that, whatever it might be. We have found research that supports using essential oils for just about anything. And if you start listing everything, you may very well get overwhelmed, and the overwhelmed mind will say no. So let's just start with 3. And then please contact whoever invited you to listen in on this class, and they can help give you the resources, help point you in the right direction to know exactly which essential oils and supplements can best meet your health goals and needs. So let's explore some options to purchase. So again, this is primarily an educational class and not a sales party, but once you've learned about essential oils, you're going to want to know how to get the very best essential oils in the world in your hands. And maybe you're not prepared to do that immediately when you watch this, but you want to know some options. And this will apply whether you already have a membership or not, but let's start with looking at the options. And you may have a resource like this buyer's guide or something else to look at and follow along, and you may not. That's okay. Just follow along with the slides. So the first thing that you want to know is that there are 2 ways to purchase. You can purchase at retail, or you can purchase at wholesale. Most people purchase at wholesale because you get a 25% discount, and it is a lot like having a membership to a club such as Sam's or Costco, except even better because there are more perks. But you do get a discount. You get to shop at the club price, basically. So I'm going to tell you how you can get your oils at the wholesale price. Some people hold a Wellness Advocate membership or a wholesale account just to purchase at a discount. Some people do build a business and start sharing the oils and teaching others how to use them. That is an absolute option for you as well, but it is not a requirement. Many people hold a membership simply to shop at wholesale and get other great benefits. So there are a couple of different ways. If you're interested in wholesale, you can pay a $35 fee and then build your own order at 25% off of each product. You can also get a kit, which includes a membership. The only requirement is that you purchase 1 product per year to remain active. And then there's a renewal fee of $25 per year, and you get a free bottle of peppermint for your anniversary each year, which is worth more than $25 retail, by the way. So it really pays for itself. So the most popular way to get a membership is to start with a kit because they're discounted more than wholesale. Plus a kit includes that $35 membership, so you won't pay that on top of the kit price. Some of the benefits of getting a wholesale membership: you always get that best price. You also have access to company specials, and we have something called Loyalty Rewards, which is a rebate program where you can earn product credits and free products. So I'm going to show you some of the most popular kits. We have the Every Oil and the Diamond kits. So this is the Diamond kit. This is really great if you want the most oils for your money and you want to start with all of the products that you can get and try all of them immediately and replace maybe some other products in your home that you know are not as good for you. You want to have every oil on hand that you might possibly need for any issue that could arise. Maybe you want to have some little travel size vials for giving some to friends and sharing, or just for traveling with for yourself. So this is the Diamond kit. And then we have the Every Oil kit. So this gives you one of each oil plus a great carrying case, a diffuser, the emotional aromatherapy set, some rollerball blends. And you'll see the discounted amounts listed there too, below wholesale. So it gives you the best prices. And then it goes all the way down to the Family Physician kit. This one is $150. You get the 10 most common essential oils and also 2 bottles of beadlets, the peppermint and the On Guard beadlets, which are great for keeping on hand. Something I like to point out, though, with the Family Physician kit, again, it's $150, and the name is soon going to be changing to the Family Essentials kit. So if you see that, those are interchangeable. It's the same kit. But then we have the Home Essentials kit, which is $275. And this actually gives you almost 3 times more oil plus a diffuser. So you can see it's a much better value. It's not even twice the cost of the Family Essentials or Family Physician kit, but you're getting almost 3 times the amount of oil, because all except the Deep Blue in this particular kit are the 15 milliliter size, where all of the oils in the Family kit are 5 milliliters. And you're going to want a diffuser. immediately. So this is a great kit. It's discounted to the point that the diffuser is basically thrown in for free. The most popular kit is the Natural Solutions kit for $550. You get all of this. You get a box and a diffuser thrown in basically for free. You get some roller blends, which are great for tension and for hormonal balance. The Correct-X is an ointment that's wonderful for skin. You have the hand wash and the foaming pumps. You get your lifelong vitality packs and digestive enzymes, which are great for breaking down your food and helping you absorb that better. You get toothpaste, face wash, the deep blue rub, your coconut oil for diluting your oils, that breathe stick I mentioned earlier, some beadlets, and then a great variety of oils for physical and emotional needs and household needs and family needs. So this is a wonderful kit, and again, our most popular. So the loyalty rewards program is something I won't get into in depth. That'll be covered in a future member benefits class, so you can make sure to get the most out of your membership. But I do want you to know that this is something available to you if you want to get started with it, because you can start earning points back on your purchases the month after you sign up as a wholesale member. So the following month, you could have your first loyalty rewards order. It is a monthly order, but you have complete freedom and flexibility to change the products that you're ordering every month. And then months 1 to 3, you're earning 10% back as long as you're ordering 50 PV, which is product value or more. You do not have to order that much, though. You just don't move forward in your percentages if you don't order at least 50. And then you work your way up to 30% back. You also, no matter how much you order each month, get 100% rebate on your shipping, which is a great reward in itself. So for me personally, I've been at this for more than 13 months. So if I were to place a 100 PV or roughly $100 wholesale order, I would get 30 points back on that for being at the 30% level. I would also get 9 points for my shipping. So that's a minimum of 39 points or $39 in free products per month for me. I do order at least 100 a month, partly because my family needs to use that much product, and also because I want to be eligible for commission since I do this as a business. If you order $125 a month or PV per month, you also get the free product of the month, which changes each month. It's a fun way to continue adding to your oil collection while you're also accruing points to help add to your collection or replace those things that you run out of. And keep in mind, the oils will last a long time. In your 15 milliliter bottles, you're getting approximately 250 drops, and a quote-unquote dose is usually a couple of drops. So it is going to last a while, but if you're taking the vitamins and supplements, using things like toothpaste, you'll go through those a little faster and need to replace them more frequently, and that will help you to get your shipping back in points. And again, you can change your order every single month and get those points back, so you earn free oils. We also have something called Fast Track, depending on the kit that you start with. So if you were to start with any of the kits under the Natural Solutions, so the home essentials, the family essentials, you'll just start at the 10%. Or if you build your own kit, you'll start at that 10% level. But if you happen to start with Natural Solutions, you get to skip a few months and start earning back at the 15% rate. Whereas the Every Oil starts at 20 and the Diamond Kit starts at 25% back. So the larger kit that you get, you can skip some months and start earning a higher percentage back on that monthly order as well, if you're interested in that. Again, keep in mind, this is optional. You do not have to get on loyalty rewards. You do not have to order every month. You can just order when you need to at that 25% wholesale cost. However, this is the smartest way to reorder when you're ready to continue ordering, so that you're getting the most back that you can and getting the most out of your membership. So if you have a price list, this will be helpful to see. In bold, you'll see the wholesale price. And then you'll also be able to pick and choose if you want to add anything to your kit, if you want to start building your wholesale monthly order. And again, if you are not where you have access to these, we can point you in the right direction. They're all online. Whoever invited you probably has paper copies they can get to you. We can show this to you through links as well if you need to be able to see all of the prices and all of the options for yourself. So when you're ready, you would fill out a paper enrollment form, or we could walk you through doing it online. I encourage you not to just go to doTERRA.com and try to start figuring it out yourself. Please let someone walk you through this process. The reason I say that is you want to be connected to the person who invited you and introduced you to essential oils, and you need their help to do that. And we can help this process go much more smoothly as well, because we've got experience with the system and the website, so we can make it go a lot faster and less painfully for you. And if you're comfortable ordering online and you've done this type of thing and you know you want to get your membership, that's fine. You could do it online yourself, but please let someone walk you through a couple of the steps that'll be required to make sure you get connected back to the person who invited you, so that they benefit from having your presence on their team, but also you benefit from the education that they offer. And that's really one of the greatest perks about being on our team. We try to offer excellent education and continuing education to everyone on our team, because we want you to stick around. We want you to know how to use your oils. We want you to be connected to a community of people who are going to help you on your oil journey and help you improve your health and meet your goals. If you are interested in having the option to create an income with dōTERRA now or in the future, please let someone know. If you are definitely interested or maybe interested, we can talk to you more about what that would look like and the opportunity for you. We have a really generous compensation plan, a super business plan, and we would love to share that with you. Or maybe you want to host a class and introduce some of your friends and family to the benefits of essential oils and really bless their lives that way. So again, please contact the person who invited you to do any of these. And this is being presented in August of 2016. I realize that people may be watching later, but I wanted to let you know we have a fabulous August special if you are watching in this month. You will earn a free 15 milliliter bottle of lemon, lavender, and peppermint, 3 of our top selling single oils, with a retail value of $68.66. by placing any single order of 160 PV, or roughly $160 wholesale, between August 1st and August 31st. So those kits, if you're looking at those, you want to make sure you are qualified to get this amazing special. They're calling it the sweetest things. And this is a special I haven't actually seen them do before. So this is a really special month to be able to place a 160 PV order and get these 3 great oils absolutely free. So thank you for joining. I really appreciate your time, and I would love to help answer questions and help you on your journey. Please plug into the person who invited you to watch this, and watch for more classes coming in the future. This is being presented on the first Thursday of the month, and we plan to continue doing that each first Thursday of the month moving forward, unless otherwise announced. So a leader on my team will be presenting on different continuing education topics. And that will be different from what we're doing in our live continuing education classes all across North Carolina, Virginia, and beyond. We don't want to compete with those. We really want to encourage you to get to those live classes. And you'll get some different information in a live class than what we can present online. But we will give you some great online classes as well. We're trying to meet a need where that's been requested, because we have people all over the country and all over the world wanting continuing education. So this first one is just a basic intro class, but we will have more in-depth topics coming your way. So mark your calendars for 9 p.m. Eastern time, the first Thursday of the month. Watch your email and your Facebook notifications in case there's any changes, and to also find out what the topic will be each month. And then tune in if you can live, and if not, watch for the recording. I really hope that this meets a need and serves you well, helps to educate you and know how to use your oils and take care of your body the best way you possibly can. Again, thanks for joining, and I will look forward to connecting with you soon. Good night.